Come in. Hello.
Hi, Mr. Palmer.
How you doing?
Good, it's nice to see you again.
You too.
How are you feeling?
Well, I guess all things considered, not so bad.
Not so bad. How are the kids doing?
They're okay, thank you.
They're okay.
Yeah.
So, you had this scan done recently, and I understand my nurse called you and told you some of the preliminary results.
Right.
What's your understanding so far of what she's told you?
You know, just that, well, it's still there, and, you know, there's this area in the back that's, which is what's been causing the pain, and so that's basically it, yeah.
Exactly. So, the scan, just to reiterate, did show that there is an area in the back that looks like it had some progression, which just means that the spot that was there before looks a little larger. And so it is, you know, highly likely that that's what's been causing your back pain.
Right.
And, you know, it's of our utmost priority to, you know, prevent any sort of suffering in you. And so what I've kind of been thinking about is what we could do to ameliorate your pain. Have you had any thoughts about like how your pain is doing and how it's affecting your life?
Well, I mean, you know, I feel it. I mean, when it's hurting, I feel it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like this constant reminder that it's still there.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Well, there's a lot of different ways that we can treat pain, but one of the best ways, in my opinion, is radiation. And so essentially what that does is it's a local treatment, so it doesn't treat, you know, the cancer in the entire body, it treats it in, you know, certain problem spots.
Right.
It actually has a very, very high success rate of helping with cancer-related pain, especially if it's in an area like this.
Right, I see.
So you know, it's a different type of doctor that administers radiation called a radiation oncologist, who I don't think you've seen before, but there are several that work, you know, with me that I could refer you to. But I think that would be a really good option if you're interested in it.
All right, I mean, if that's, you know, if that's what seems to be the thing to do next, I mean, what do I got to lose? So.
Yeah, I mean, just, you know, there are other options. So, you know, if you don't like the idea of radiation or you want to think about it more, you know, we can always try pain medicines. And so, you know, depending on what you're on now, we could go up and try, you know, more pain medicine to make it more livable for you. And then, you know, the kind of third option is chemotherapy, which I think is definitely an option for you down the road, but I think that the radiation would work quicker, and it's, you know, because it's a good option and a safe option, and because it'll work quicker,
Right.
I think that's probably the best option, but, you know, we have all these other options that we can also visit in the future.
I mean, well, you know, I don't know, whatever the doctors think. I mean, if that seems to be the right way to go, I mean, and it sounds like the quickest. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
so.
What they'll normally do is, you know, make a treatment plan, and it's usually 5 or 10 treatments, and they take 15 minutes each. I mean, it's very quick. And then you start getting pain relief even within a couple of weeks. And so,
Oh.
you know, chemotherapy, you know, can work, and that's an option to treat the disease elsewhere in the body, but,
Right.
you know, it often doesn't work that quick. So I do think that's the best option. And if, you know, you were me or one of my family members, it's what I would do.
Okay. All right. I mean, sure. Yeah.
What other kind of questions do you have as far as your care goes?
Well, I mean, you know, this thing that's kind of been haunting me, I just, I don't know, I just, you know, this has been going on for a while now, and it's, doing different things, and you just, I don't know, I just keep feeling like, that I'm not gonna get past this, and, I'm just wondering how much time I have left.
Mhm.
I don't know, that's what I keep going through my mind,
Mhm.
so,
That's a big question. I think to take it in two parts. The first is, are you gonna always be dealing with the cancer is kind of the first question. And the fact that the cancer is in multiple spots in the body is a sign that the cancer itself is not a curable cancer. And so, unfortunately, I do think that it will be something that, as long as you're, wanting to deal with it with whatever modality, whether it be radiation or chemotherapy, it will be something that you will have to deal with in your lifetime. It's not the type of cancer that can, go away and never come back. I wish it was, and it's just the reality is that you will always have to deal with it in some sense until until you don't want to. And there are definitely patients that just are tired of always coming back to the doctor and getting chemotherapy. And if you ever get to that point, then you can obviously stop dealing with it.
right.
And that's largely based on what your value system is, and what how much of a trouble it is to come to the office and get the chemotherapy, and how many side effects it's having for you.
Right.
And then as far as how long you'll live, that's a really tough question, and we can't tell the future, and we
Right.
don't know. A lot of patients, there's a big spectrum of how long people with your type of problem live. The best case scenario could be, on the order of years. There are also patients who are, very sick that could live closer on the order of months. You're a pretty healthy person otherwise, and, I'd certainly hope that you're on the longer end of the spectrum of having more years of life left, but there's, no real way to know that, and so we kind of just have to see how you do, and
So there's no way of knowing, is that what you're telling me?
it is.
I don't know, it's just this constant nagging thing, I just can't get rid of it, it's just like, it just seems like I can't get over this hump, I just
Yeah.
can't get over this, and it's like, I just keep going over it in my mind, it's like, how much more time do I have, what do I do? So, I don't know, I'll have to deal with it.
Well, how's your support system? Do you have people you can talk to about it, or any other sort
Well,
of...
yeah, but what do I say, I mean, I don't
Yeah.
wanna, I don't wanna really discuss that with, I don't know who I can discuss it with, to tell you the truth.
Well, I think it may be good to start thinking about talking to a professional about it, like a therapist or a psychiatrist, because I can't imagine how hard it is for you to deal with all of this, and I certainly understand why you wouldn't want to talk with people in your regular life about it, because you want to kind of keep
Right.
life as regular as possible, but I think it would be good to talk about it if you'd be interested in getting a referral to a professional.
Gotta think about that, that might not be a bad idea.
Okay, well, you just let me know, and
Okay.
we can always, if you think of, if it takes you a day or a week to decide, you can always just call the office and we can put in,
Okay.
give you some names or make you an appointment.
Okay,
So we'll try to make it as easy as possible for you.
alright, that's not a bad idea.
But
Okay.
in the meantime, I really do think it would help with the pain quite a bit to do the radiation to that area, and so
Okay,
while we're deciding about the one thing, I think we should get the ball rolling with the radiation, if you're okay with that.
okay,
So I really think that would help a lot.
okay,
Okay.
alright, thank you, I appreciate that.
When's your trip to Europe with your son?
Well, not too far away, actually, so, we're still kind of, working out details and things like that, so,
Okay,
but it'll happen.
good. Well, that'll be really fun. Is
Yeah, it
he
will be,
graduating from high school?
yeah,
Oh, that'll be really fun.
yeah, so, yeah, we've been talking about that for a long time, so, that will be fun.
Good.
Thanks for asking.
Oh, no problem. Well, what other questions do you have, Mr. Palmer?
To go along with that, the only other, the thing I was wondering is, as this goes along, what happens to my body, is this just gonna deteriorate? Am I gonna be in a lot of pain? You just wonder, like, am I basically just gonna be watching my body deteriorate, and do I need to get special care,
Yeah, that's a good question. As time goes on, sometimes we do need to arrange for more services to help you at home if you become less independent. The body can often get weaker, and you need more help kind of doing, regular things. So, in
Right.
patients who get to that point, we often arrange for nurse services at home or aides.
Right.
And pain can become a problem in cancer, but it's something that we actually, have very good ways of dealing with. So, for pain like you're having right now, where there's one spot, that's very responsive to radiation. If the pain becomes more generalized, we have a lot of medicines that can help for pain. And so, our goal will be to, control the pain no matter what. And there's a lot of different ways to do that. But, as you get closer to the cancer, being more, serious and taking a toll on you, there's, often a lot of arrangements that we can make, and that's something that our office can help you with, if you get to that point.
Okay.
But right now, you're a very young and fit person, and so I think we're, okay now, but if we
Right.
ever get to the point where you're more advanced, then we'll work on it.
Okay.
Okay, well, it's very nice to meet you.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. All right.
All right, thanks.